Okay, this is my chum Jacob, and he's helping me run those programs we created for Lee. We're running Lee Program 1 at the moment. The foreground colour that we've set up is white, and the background colour that we've got is black. And all we're doing is starting off with pixel 0 and lighting them up in turn until we get to pixel 15 with the foreground colour, and then reversing it, starting with pixel 1 and turning it to the background colour. And like I say, the foreground colour in this case is white, the background colour is black. Okay, we're still on Leo 1. We've still got the foreground colour set to white, but this time round we've set the background colour to red, just to see what that effect will look like. Okay, now let's move on to Leo 2. Okay, so now we're running Leo 2, foreground colour of white and a background colour of everything off. And that's a little bit fast, so we're going to try turning that speed down. We're going to change it to, let's make it 1/4 of a second, so 250 milliseconds pause. There we are, that's a tiny bit less annoying. Okay, so that's again white foreground, everything off for the background colour, and the pause between them is 250 milliseconds, 1/4 of a second. So now let's try changing the colours. Okay, we're still running program Leo 2, so we've got a 1 second gap between the foreground and the background colours, foreground yellow, background blue. But in this case we've now exchanged our NeoPixel ring for a NeoPixel string. Okay, onwards to Leo 3. Okay, now we're on Leo 3, and this is where we set 1 pixel to the foreground colour and set the previous pixel to the background colour and keep on rippling down, starting with 0 and working our way up to 15. In this case the foreground colour is white and the background colour is everything off. So let's try another colour combination. Still on Leo 3, in this case we've set the foreground colour to red and the background colour to a very dim white, because if you have the background bright white you can't see the red at all. That's a funny old thing. You can to the human eye but not to the camera. And finally let's go on to Leo 4 and we'll swap back to the ring in this case. Okay, we're still on Leo 3 because we decided that this looked pretty nice on the ring, so still just having a red pixel wandering around with a very dim white background. And now let's go on to Leo 4. Alright, so this is Leo 4, this is the default settings, so we've got a breathing effect that involves 20 steps going up and then 20 steps coming back down again, with 20 milliseconds between each step. So what we're going to try doing now is to vary the number of milliseconds. We're going to change the milliseconds to 100 milliseconds between each step. Okay, so now we've changed the breathing effect. We've still got 20 steps going up, 20 steps coming down, but we've modified the delay between each step to be 100 milliseconds. So that means it's taking 2 seconds to rise and 2 seconds to fall. Now let's try reducing the number of steps to just 4, and we should be able to see a very chunky, pixelated sort of effect. Okay, now we've modified this so that we've only got 4 steps going up and 4 steps going down, and we've actually changed the delay between steps to be half a second, 500 milliseconds, just so that we can see it breaking down a little bit more. And there you have it, 4 test programs, Leo 1 through Leo 4. Thanks to my mate Jacob for setting everything up and running it. Wave to your fans out in internet land. And try to look happy. Toodles, we'll see you again next time.